Now the last speaker before the open house is myself. So what Dr. KP Singh was saying, I am still last after him. So I have very little left to really speak, except I'll make only 2 or 3 points. One is on the data, around 5 lakh people arrested every year are not charge sheeted. So suppose you are arresting 68 lakh, the charge sheet is only for 60 to 62 lakhs. So there are so many people. I'm not talking of those who are discharged or acquitted. So that is one point I would like to make. The second point is, I must confess myself. As a SP, I have held crime meetings not only at district level, at subdivision level and circle level. But still, the only thing which we used to ask IO was, have you arrested the accused? Has charge sheet been filed? Except in property cases, maybe property recovery would come. So the emphasis was all the time on arrest and charge sheet. This emphasis, and I also must confess, in my 33 years career, no senior officer, no DIG, IG, DG ever told me, okay, be careful while exercising the power to arrest. Use discretion. In every case, you need not arrest a guy. This was never told by any senior officer. So this is a much later learning in my life, which I have learned. Okay, arrest is simply a curtailment of a personal liberty of a guy, and every person need not be arrested. So my personal suggestions are that there should be a small monitoring committee, maybe headed by an additional SP, if not SP himself. You see, if you take the total arrest in all the states and per day arrest, my impression is that there would be around 30 to 40 arrests per district in a day, not more than that. Definitely, the senior officers can monitor these 30 to 40 arrests every day, and this monitoring must be before arresting rather than after arresting. So if there can be this committee, of course, I'm not talking of terrorist and violent crimes. I'm not talking of serious crimes more than 7 years. Any arrest to be made with less than 7 years cases, let the case be put up before this committee and let the committee approve whether arrest is required or not. So that is one suggestion which I'm making. Secondly, of course, we did speak that power of arresting which has been given to any police officer, and any police officer includes constable. We must review this. Can we escalate this power to minimum investigating officer, which has to be a head constable in smaller cases or sub-inspector in bigger cases? Constable's power to arrest must be withdrawn. We must need to review that particular thing. And last point, which so many speakers have emphasized, that is a mindset of the police officer. Now, let me tell you some of the mindset issues. अगर कोई accused है तो उसको arrest करना ही है. Arrest करने के बाद में bail नहीं देना है. अगर वो bailable है तब भी नहीं देना है. कुछ लोगों को अगर वो bail दे दिया और छूट गए तो उसको दोबारा से FIR करके पकड़ना है. In Andhra Pradesh, against many rowdy sheeters, when they used to get bails, we used to have ganja lying in the police stations. So immediately after he comes out, you book another case under NDPS by putting ganja recovery on him so that he is under the jail for a couple of time. Then you try to arrest on Friday evenings so that it becomes difficult for him to go to the court or apply for the bail process. Another very bad practice nobody has mentioned is, if an accused is absconding, you try to pick up his parents and relatives. You take them into illegal custody, keep them in police station and build pressure so that the actual man surrenders. So that's another thing which has been happening. And then oppose bail in any case. Whether it's required or not, you tell public prosecutor to oppose the bail. So bail would be opposed in any ground. And lastly, even if the evidence is weak, file charge sheet. अरे कोर्ट में देख लेंगे यार, अपने सिर पे क्यों लेने का है, charge sheet लगा दो. We don't have a crown prosecution agency like UK which vets your charge sheets or looks into the evidence. So that system of looking into the whether proper evidence is there, it's not. So all this mindset, You have to arrest, you don't have to give the bail, you have to oppose the bail, you have to re-arrest him. This mindset needs to be changed and may be supported by the various law changes suggested by Dr. KP Singh, followed by training of all the police officers at the academies, and keep on drilling it time and again. So thank you very much. With this, I will close the way forward session, which has been very enlightening. And now I will hand over to Shri Ramchandran, the President IPF, for taking up the open house session. Ramchandran sir.